Today is May 16th. Well, it is um 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock a.m. May 16th. And yeah, I wanted to share two dreams that I had that may have correlated with the blood moon. So the first one, it was the setting was at my school. Um it was at my high school, and I was in some classroom at first, and it came to my knowledge that I was in a dream. So it was something that made me want to go out in the hallway and just roam around the school to see things. Like usually when I have dreams, and I notice that they're dreams, I try to look around and see signs and see things to see like what is actually around me. So I walked in the hallway, and I thought to try to go to a gym class, to play some basketball. On my way there, I saw a teacher, a gym teacher, my old gym teacher, and she asked me where I was going, and I told her I was going to gym. But then she basically said that I had to get the vaccine, and she pointed me towards the door that was right on the right side of me, and I just basically said I'm good, and I decided not to go to gym. So after that, I went to the main hallway, well, the first hallway um, of my high school, and in the hallway on the far left side of the hallway, it was something going on, like a festival or something like that, and basically, it was like a celebration or a festival. I walked down there, and it was, hold on. I walked down there, and when I made my way to the end of the hall, like I said, it was a festival going on, like some celebratory festival, and it was packed. It was very crowded, like on the outside in the hallways. If people was in the classrooms, and people were in the hallways, but it was crowded. Like no space to walk. You had to squeeze through people. So, and this celebratory mainly consisted of women, and they all had on religious type clothing, or just like modest type clothing. No jeans or shorts or anything like that. More so like what I'm not saying exactly that they were Muslims, but like the fully clothed type, fully full body clothes type clothing, like the whole body is covered, almost like what the Muslim women wear. So it was a celebration, mainly consisted of women, and they mainly had on um, like the modest type clothing. So as they have music playing, and they are just like in good moods, and they cheering, they just, it's a celebration. So I I started looking around, and at the end of the hallway, I could see on the wall, it was a capital G on the wall. I don't know what that means, but it was capital G on the wall. So where I was in the hallway, I started looking around, because, as I said, I remember it was a dream, and I'm looking around to see what clues are here, or like what is around me. So I look up, and I see a banner, an orange banner, and it says, I look at it, it has a phrase on it, and I read the phrase. Um, and the phrase, it says something along the lines of, who knew his spirit would rise in Jesus. It said something either along the lines of that, or it said that exactly. I know when I seen it, I wanted to remember it like fresh in my mind. So when I seen it, I'm just trying to remember what it say. And then I walk down towards the end of the hallway. I'm still looking around. I look up again. And I see another banner, and it's green, and it says, "When nigh is the moon, he will come in the daytime." So it said, when nigh, like near, is the moon, he will come in the daytime. So I was reading that banner, and it was a girl next to me, and I just wanted to make sure that it said what it said. So I asked her, what did the banner say? And she read it again, and she basically repeated what I said, what I thought it said, which is, when nigh is the moon, he will come in the daytime. So that was the end of that dream. But I was thinking of that with the blood moon that was coming up. This dream happened in March. Um, yeah, towards the end of March, and I actually was doing a fast, a dry fast during this time, but it happened at the end of March, and when the pink moon was coming up in April during Passover, I was thinking that it had something to do with that, but it could maybe have something to do with this blood moon, possibly. I'm just saying possibly, and if it do, I just kind of want to make this video at least before, you know, if something go down, just to have it documented, so people won't think, I'm just coming out of nowhere with this. I also had this dream written down, and as I said, tonight is already May 16th, um, 3 a.m. of May 16th. The blood moon has already passed tonight, and yeah. My second dream I had, which was also of a blood, I actually had two dreams with a blood moon. I actually speak on all three of these dreams. So then after this dream, after the first dream, I had another dream not too far from this dream, and I don't remember the date. I got it written down though, but I don't have that with me. But it wasn't too. It was still before I say the Passover in April. So from late March to mid April, I had this dream, and basically I woke up outside somewhere in my apartment complex, and I looked up at the sky, and I remember seeing a blood moon happening. Like the lunar eclipse blood moon, like the sky got dark. It was daytime though. The sky got dark, and the moon was red. And I remember hearing somebody say something about the sunny state, the sunshine state, or something like that. And I remember hearing a voice say that, and then I heard another voice say something about pituitarianism. Pituitary. It's the gland in your brain, pituitary, but pituitarianism. That's what they said, pituitarianism. That's not what they said. I seen that word in the sky, and I did hear like a voice kind of say it, and then I seen something like a picture where like they was saying things like as the blood moon was happening. Oh, actually, so after I woke up and I seen the blood moon, I ran somewhere in my apartment complex. I was trying to run to my house and it's like a corner like that I had to cross to get to my house. When I'm running, and before I can make it across the corner, I just hear like a loud roar, like roar like out of like from some sci-fi type beast or like something like that. And from some sci-fi type like beast, and that's what it sounded like a roar from like some sci-fi movie, like a beast. Like that's the best way I can explain it. Just like a loud roar of like maybe like a down dinosaur or something like that. And yeah, that's what I heard. And then after I heard that, I tried to run and hide somewhere, and like it was like a sofa, and I tried to lay in the sofa. It was outside. It was a sofa outside. I just went in the sofa and laid down and tried to, fake sleep. So, and then that's when I looked in the sky, and it was like I seen the word pituitarism. I don't know what that was there for, but it said that, and the sky was like dark, but it still looked somehow sunny outside. I don't know how to explain that, but the sky was like pitch black. So that was my second dream, and the last dream, which I just had like maybe 5 days ago, 4 actually. Um, I remember it started like I was in this, like how apartment complexes they may have like it may be buildings that surround this like a grass area, and like the building may make a circle or a square, and in the middle of that square is a grass area where you can step out, kids can play, you can step out and sit, or but it's like a shared area, so this area wasn't too big. It was maybe like the size of 2 classrooms, put together. The best way I can explain it, space wise. And even the apartment buildings, they weren't like tall or high. They were just they didn't even really look like apartments, I would say. It just looked like something put together with, like, it was like a miniature. Like, it wasn't like literally like something like miniature, but like a smaller scale of like apartments, I would say. So I was talking with this girl, and we were like sitting, like I say, the buildings were kind of small, so um we were sitting like on the hang off of a roof, and I can't explain. We were just laying, like just chilling and talking, and it seemed like like we were talking about life type things, and she was like probably like telling about her life, like in her um life experience, and just like kind of like emotional stuff, letting out, opening up type stuff. I remember, yeah, it was something like that, like a more like vulnerable type moment, and we were just like talking, sharing like life info and stuff like that. So, um, I remember when we were talking. I just asked her out of nowhere, like I could, like the energy was filled of like vulnerability, openness, So I asked her, I said, like a spiritual feeling, and I asked her, do she want to pray, and she agreed to. So we get off of the roof, hang off of the roof, and we sit down on the bench. I mean, yeah, I gotta explain. It's a picnic table in the middle, like in the little open grass area that's surrounded by the buildings. It's a picnic table, and also in the grass area, just trees, other things like miscellaneous things around. But it's a small area, like I said. It's not like a big area where you can just. It's very like small. Best thing I can say. And so yeah, we sit down on the picnic table, I sit on, we sit on the same side, and we join hands, and then we start praying. I just was praying, just how I pray in real life, just, um, Heavenly Father, help us, guide us, and, really forgot what I was saying, but I just know it was felt in the middle of the prayer. Um, she, I just remember like it being felt, and I gave her a hug with one of my hands, and I still had her other hand. We was just still praying, and then I remember just ending the prayer off, by saying in the name of Yeshua, Amen. And she was tearing up through the prayer, like or just like feeling like overwhelmed. I say like with like the feeling of like like tearing up, like it's been like something been felt, and then she kind of say she go in the corner of the little grass area that we in. Basically she say she I don't know if it was said or it was just kind of felt like she needed some time, like after that she felt like the prayer, but it was like something in her mind, she needed some space to like think and re group. So while she was doing that, I was still sitting at the picnic table, and while I was sitting at the picnic table, I looked up. I looked up at the sky. I look up at the sky, and I see two blood moons, two bright big blood moons right next to each other. A little distance, but they close. And I'm thinking like I just see them, I notice them, and I'm just like it's crazy. In my dream, I'm just kind of like shocked, not like real shocked, but it caught my attention. And I keep looking down and looking up because I'm trying to make sure I'm not seeing double vision. So I looked down and looked up about four times, and then on the fourth time, I seen like I'm saying maybe about four times. It could have been any other number. I don't really know. But when I looked up like one last time after looking up and down so many times, I seen four other regular moons that were smaller than the blood moons, but they were bigger than like a star. They were like they just looked smaller compared to the blood moons. And they were like four different moons, or surrounding, like around the blood moons. And the four different moons were like in different phases. Like one was probably like a half moon, another one would probably be like a waning or a waning gibbous or something like a crescent. And yeah, that's what I saw. After I looked up and I witnessed that, I kind of got up out of the seat, and I'm just something was just like I was aware, like alert for some reason, like being on watch. Like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I get up and I'm just like kind of like as she in the corner, I'm trying to make sure like where we at. Like I say, it's like miniature looking apartments. So I'm looking through the breezeways and like trying to make sure it's nothing like nobody coming like trying to sneak up on us or something like that. I don't know why. That's just what I thought to do, and that's the feeling I had. Like I don't know, what to expect, and I'm just on the lookout. And I'm looking around, and I'm walking. I mean, I'm looking around and things like that, and after a while, yeah, I see a door, which, like I say, they didn't seem like really apartments. It just seemed like they represented like like the look of apartments, but say like where a door would be, it was a door. Um, I saw, and the door didn't have a door, but it was open, and it was really just Well, inside the door was just like a almost it looked like a cell, like a small just a room, and it was the girl room. Um, well, more so women, it was her room. Younger woman, probably like around 20 something. Um, her room and how the room was set up, it was just like straight, like how the what the door was. The door was in the center of the room, like centered. It was like centered, and her bed was like the long way towards the door, and it was centered as well in the room, and the room was really just like I said, like small. It wasn't too much space on the left or the right. It was kind of just like looked like a cell, and then above her bed was a cross symbol. Like it looked like a yeah, like a it's what I would say. It wasn't like any image of a cross or anything, but it looked like on that wall it was a cross there before, something like that, like outline. I could see the cross though that it was there, before, and basically after that, I look in her room and I see that, and then I start hearing something. It sounded like somebody coming, and then I don't know why that just kind of made me get in like a panicky type feel. Like I don't know who that is, and I was already in an aware and alert type mindset. I was already in an aware and an alert type mindset, so um, I winded up going to the corner where she was in, that she was you know um just sitting, that she was letting out her emotions, and it was dark in this area. It was dark in this area, but all right. So I went to where she was, and where she was, it was a window. I can't explain it. It was just like a window, kind of on a building, well, on one of the apartment buildings. I opened the window and I went outside. It was like a small window too. I just remember opening the window, just telling we gotta go. I leave out the window, and I go through the window, and she followed me. Where we are when we exit out the window is nowhere near. It don't look nowhere near like where we was when we were in that little area. So, how could I put it? It was daytime, and we were in an alley, like a alley that led to the like a store. This like, it was just an alley, kind of like how y'all, like in California, how they had those little alleys, that something like that, you know. Um, so we were walking through the alley, and I just remember telling her like, I just remember like feeling, um, just like she needed my help. Not like she needed my help, but I was there, and I was trying to like kind of let her know certain things and just be kind of like of help, I would say. And it seemed like she appreciated it. That's what I would say. Um, so as we walking down this alley, we get to the side of a corner store, and it's a man sitting there on the side of the store, um, homeless. Oh, and before we got to this man, I remember just taking all the money out of my pocket and giving it to her because I feel like she might have needed it in that time, and I was trying to help her. So after I did that, yeah, after I did that, we got to the man sitting on the side of the corner store, and he had asked. He was a homeless man. He needed some money. So when we got to him, I'm just thinking like, okay, I need something to give him, but I didn't want to give him like too much, like not too much, but wanting to give with reason, So the money I gave her was mainly like 20s and a few loose dollars, and I didn't want to give him a 20 in the dream because you know 20. Like, forgive me if I sound judgmental, but 20 can be kind of like enough to go like and get something that's too like you don't know what I don't know what somebody would get with that, but I wound up giving him $6 loose that the girl had that I had gave her, and so I gave him $6, and I just remember after giving him that, he was just kind of in a sense of like, all right, like he needed that in the moment, like exactly that amount, and he was like basically just saying like thank you, like I needed that like I needed that, and I was just like no problem, and we keep walking, and then it's like from a like we even make a distance by from him, like a few maybe a few yards, probably like 4 or 5 yards. And he said again, he just called me, let me know, like, he really needed that, at the moment. And I'm talking to the girl, and I'm just letting her know, I guess in the dream, I was feeling like in the spirit, I felt it, like, so I'm telling her, I'm letting her know that basically God is like he's speaking everywhere. Like you just gotta pay attention. And there was a sign on the building that said it said something like God is good through everything. And I had told her, I was like, see, look at that building. I was like, look at what they say. This kind of like how I feel like I try to see signs in real life. If I see something, I try to interpret it and see like, what could God be trying to speak through this? Like knowing that I seen it at this time, and as God is all knowing that my eyes would see a certain thing at a certain time. What could it be that He had prepared, to try to communicate to me? So I look at the side of the building. It was actually the side of the store building, and I just tell her. I asked her like, "What? See what they say?" And she read it, and it just like I say, the sentence said, "God is good, and everything or at all times," or something like that. And I'm just basically we continue to walk, and we talking. And I'm just letting her know like I feel like I in my dream I knew it was a dream. And I'm just letting her know like 'cause it felt real. I'm like when we wake up you gotta remember this. Like are you really gonna remember this? Can you? And she was like yeah, she gonna remember it. I don't know why I'm thinking like it's something like real. Sometimes they say your dream feel like real. I'm just telling like when we wake up, like you gotta remember this. Like it felt like yeah, that's what I remember telling her. Like it felt like it was something that in my dream it felt like it was something that needed to be remembered. Like and I'm thinking like it's like real and that, when we wake up it's a real, lady, I'm talking to. So and she like, yeah, she will remember. She will try to remember. She can remember and stuff like that. Things like that. And then as we walking and continue to walk, like it just feel like I'm trying to let her know, like and see things of like kind of like what's going on and how to be like to be watchful and like just it seemed like something was going on. Even if it feel like we was like kind of like trying to like we was like getting away from something like and we walking, we not running or anything, but it feel like we like breaking free for something, like mentally trying to like be prepared for something, or like mentally just um, getting away from something. And then she talking, and I remember her saying something about Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Now it was something I'm not gonna really say, but it was something like sexual with like open relationship type things. After she say this, I remember looking across the street and I saw like kind of like how movie theater. Just have movie ads, and they have like a glass window with the movie ad, with the movie ad. It was a movie ad with Matrix, with the of the movie Matrix, but I don't remember what it looked like. I just know the movie had something to do with Matrix, and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett was right in front of it, with wearing all black. They looking like some Matrix type characters. So I tell her, I'm like, they right over there. Like I see them right there. You know, as she just got done talking about them, I'm like Will Smith and Jada, they right there. And as it's like they almost seemed like they was agents. Like after I said that, they didn't pay me attention. Like they heard me, but I knew that they did. And basically after that, they like the movie ad that I was talking about, like how it got the glass and it got the poster inside the glass. That became a portal for them to walk through, like almost like a TV. But it didn't change its look or anything. They was just able to walk through it, casually, and nobody saw, or paid attention. Almost like a portal through the Matrix type, like something like that, like a portal through to somewhere else where it's an easy gateway, for them to walk through. So they walked through it, and then, I'm just like, I just told her, I was like, it's like, I was just talking to her, like, it's like, I was saying something about the Matrix, like, kind of like, and comparing it to the world, like, it's like, we, like, or what was going on at the moment. I'm like, we in something like the Matrix, like, something like that, like, whatever was going on, it was like some Matrix type jump. And like I say, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, I know they was hearing me, but they wasn't paying me no mind. They was almost just looking like agents with, like they not paying you attention, but they see you, they spying on you, they try not to even look your way, you know what I'm saying? But they know when I acknowledge and I see something when I saw and witnessed them and knew something was funny, and they walked through the thing just, like that. So then I'm just letting her know, yeah, like, it's like we in the Matrix, and we started like kind of running. And then it seemed like we just started being enclosed by like almost like we could, everything looked the same around us, but some things started clearing out. Like wherever we started moving, it started clearing out in ways where it was less people, less cars, and then also you could see like wherever you walking, it's like something is enclosing, like kind of like how you go in those houses at the circle at not the circus, at the fair or something, and the glass houses, the mirrors, and you can't see. You don't know that you finna walk into a mirror, but when you walk into that mirror, you see the lines. Then, like you see, and you look around, and you can kind of see all the mirrors, and you don't know where to go. We start kind of like, but everything in front of you just look kind of like regular still. Like it don't look like it's you been closed, and it just everything look regular. You don't know which way to go. Something like that. It was something like that. So as we were walking and running, basically you get to a point where um, we getting enclosed in by like portals. Like if we take a step forward, we will walk through a portal. Even though everything in front of us look like it's regular, like if we go forward, we go walk a distance into the road. But when we went forward, it would be like we walked into a portal. Kind of like I said in those haunted houses. I mean, not haunted houses, but the houses at the fair. It looked like you would keep walking into, something regular. But you would walk into a mirror, take out the mirror instead, and you would walk through a portal. That's what it was. So after that, I just sat still. I remember sitting still because I couldn't see that we was being enclosed by portals. And then, we were just both standing, like, and I remember I just started praying out of nowhere. Because I'm thinking, okay, we stuck, just pray to God. So I started praying, and then after I started praying, I closed my eyes, and I just closed my eyes and started praying actually, and I end up in a room like when I open my eyes, just like a enclosed room, just like um almost the size of like a walk-in closet, and it's a door in there, and I'm with the girl, and I'm just praying, and that's kind of where it ended, you know. But yeah, that was that dream. Now I don't really know about all the details and all those things, but I know what was included in these dreams, which seemed like the moons, the blood moons. It all happened in this time, this recent time span. And as I said, no, I'm just sharing this because I feel like I want to have it documented just in case. You know, like I said, it's the night of May 16th. Um, and I pray that whoever's listening to this, if it is something to be shared by the Spirit, that it be received in the Spirit of God as well, and that if not, then just let God will be done. I pray that just that if I do share this, that is led in the Spirit, and if it is something of God's Spirit, that it be received with God's Spirit from whoever is listening or watching, or maybe if it's something that's supposed to unfold that maybe is revealed in this dream, maybe this can be a reference. But as I say, I give it all to God if it's anything, and you know, if anything, I feel like I was more so led in the Spirit. So um, I give thanks to God for all things, and um, yeah, if y'all hear this dream and think of anything, or come across something, or something gonna pass, you know, um, yeah, just glory to God. That's all I can say. Um, and yeah, that was kind of just what I want to do. Share the dreams, and these dreams around this time of the blood moon. The blood moon passed already. Earlier this night. It's probably like 3 hours later after it ended. So not 3 hours, maybe about really a few hours, like 2 hours after it ended. But yeah. So I had an intro to this video, but it kind of stopped when I had to try to check the time. But the intro was just basically me saying, I pray that y'all, receive this in the Spirit. Kind of what I just said at the end. Um, give thanks to God, and y'all be blessed. Prayers and blessings for everyone in these times. Keep faith, keep strength, and trust in God. And I pray that we be not deceived by Satan in these times, and that we just be under God's protection and under His guidance, and that He lead us to where we need to be. And that's it.